Yo, what's up you stud muffins? Welcome back, and today we got a lot of really good news. We're hearing that PS5 will be running at 240 frames per second, and this is not a leak. We got a direct quote, so this is legit stuff. And we also got news regarding the Uncharted movie, and also guys in the news and this one, Modern Warfare Battle Royale Warzone gameplay next week. And at first you'll be like, I'm just memeing, but I'm being real. This was posted a couple of minutes ago by Chaos Silencer, and this is Drifter, right? Having the time of his life. Look at that, having the time of his life. And people always ask like how Activision's lounges are like, and this is how they are like. I was flown out too, so I know how it's like. And free food, everybody. When you give homies free food, this is what happens. So we're gonna be talking about all of that in just a little bit. We also have other people getting flown out for Warzone as well, and it is happening very soon. And with that, I just want to get right into it. As always, here I do Call of Duty and gaming news. If a stud muffin like you is into that, then definitely subscribe and smash that like button if you love your mama. But first of all, Gran Turismo PS5 could target a mind-melting 240 frames per second, and this is insane. Something that you do not hear all the time, and at first you won't even believe, but this is what this article says. Even I didn't believe. We've already seen Gran Turismo support running in 8K resolution, and he's talking about the fact that, I'm not sure for how long you stud muffins have been subscribed, but if you have been subscribed for a very long time, you know that I was actually making videos about the fact that PS5 will be capable of 8K resolution, because this stud muffin was able to take a clip on his phone from the Gran Turismo that was running at 8K on an 8K TV, and that was prior to Sony confirming that PlayStation 5 will be 8K capable. I mean, I understand a lot of people didn't believe, because we were hearing that it's gonna cost roughly $500, and right now we heard the fact that to manufacture a PS5, it's gonna cost them $450. So PS5 is definitely gonna roughly cost about $500. But speaking with Australian media at a recent event, Polyphony, I won't be able to pronounce this stud muffin name, but Konichiwachu Yamochi, he revealed that he believes 4K is good enough for games, and I quote, "In terms of frames per second, rather than staying at 60 FPS, I'm more interested in raising it to 120 FPS or even 240 FPS. I think that's what's going to be changing the experience from here on forward." And I mean, damn, cause honestly, man, 240 frames per second, that's kinda, you know, that's a lot actually. I understand that some of you stud muffins who are on the PC will be like, well, I play with 240 frames per second every single day, so this isn't like the 8th wonder to me. And I totally get you, man, but understand this. Us console players, if we're able to buy this thing for $500 US dollars, by the way, like if you're in Canada, then it's almost gonna shoot up to like $700, $800. Like you guys gonna understand like taxes and the currency exchange rate. So that's gonna be paper, but even for that amount, 240 FPS will be insane. Now, obviously, throw all your expectations out of the window if you're thinking that, yeah, we're gonna be able to play games at 8K 240 frames per second. That's almost gonna be impossible. Don't get me wrong, the tech is definitely there, but for $500 we're not gonna be able, you know what I mean, right? And by the looks of it, only a select few, a handful amount of games are gonna be 240 frames per second capable, and I'm pretty certain that they are gonna give us the option. And if they're not gonna give us the option, I hope that they give us the option where, you know, in the settings you can select 1080p 240 frames per second, because the chances are most people will go with that. Less overheating and better performance, and 4K 120 FPS and 8K 60 FPS. And by the looks of it, 8K is not gonna be native, it's gonna be upscaling 8K, and I'm perfectly fine with it, because man, I don't even have a 4K TV, so if I'm able to upscale it to, let's say, 2K or 4K and still play my games at least at 60 to 100 FPS, I'm perfectly fine. I don't really care about 240 frames per second, but if you're somebody who always play games on 240 frames per second, I get it, like you stud muffins, you want to experience that speed. And on the other hand, we also have this in the news. We're hearing that Tom Holland Uncharted movie will start filming in 4 weeks. And you know what? This movie was set to come out by the end of holiday 2020, and now it is pushed forward, or pushed back rather, and it's gonna be released on March 5th, 2021. And I have seen a lot of people's opinion on the internet, and some of it is kind of justified. I see where you stud muffins are coming from, but I'm actually excited by the fact that we're gonna have an Uncharted movie, because I'm looking at the success of Sonic movie, and Sonic, I get it, it's different, and you know what, Sonic first came out and they kind of made the community and the fans mad, but what they did right was listening to the feedback and you know, using the feedback, applying it, changing it, transforming it, all that, and now they came out with the movie. And I mean, the movie is absolutely killing it. A lot of people have positive things to say about it, so Uncharted movie can absolutely I mean, we're talking Tom Holland, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a perfect fit for a younger Nathan Drake. And of course, if there was an option between younger Nathan Drake or older Nathan Drake, I would absolutely go with older Nathan Drake. But he did an interview with IGN, and this is what he said, and I quote, "If I'm honest, one of my favorite video games ever is the 4th Uncharted game. Unbelievable, and lots of the inspiration from the film has come from that game in particular. It was interesting when I sat down with Sony Pictures chairman Tom Rothman and we were talking about video games, and I was like, oh, I've just finished Uncharted, and he was like, well, why don't you play Nathan Drake? And I remember being like, I would do anything to play Nathan Drake, please. That would be amazing. So yeah, we start shooting in like 4 weeks. Mark Wahlberg is going to be amazing as Sully. The stunt department that we have out there in Berlin have done an amazing job already prepping the stunts, and it's going to be an exciting one. And by the looks of it, Mark Wahlberg is gonna play Sully. And honestly, I have seen Mark Wahlberg movies. Those movies were good. He's a good actor, don't get me wrong, but I cannot really imagine him playing as Sully. And this movie is gonna take an inspiration from Uncharted 4. And if you have played Uncharted 4, you know there were a lot of scenes that were about the past of Nathan Drake, you know, the younger version of him. So this movie is gonna be that. So I'm excited for it, but I don't know. I mean, the makeup artist could definitely make Mark Wahlberg look like Sully. I mean, that's where we at. On the other hand, though, obviously we have gotten this article 2 or 3 days ago at this point that said that Modern Warfare Battle Royale Warzone is gonna be coming out early March, on March 10th. And by the looks of it, they were spitting gospel, because I know that a lot of people did not believe. I mean, I personally was like 70-30. I was believing it 70%, and I was like, hey, I never heard about VGC, but a lot of people said they were credible, and this is what they said. And now it is coming true though, because they said that sources closer to the game devs indicate that official marketing plans for Warzone will start this week, when invited North American content creators to visit the studio to play and capture the Battle Royale. Apparently you guys don't like when I say Battle Royale, so gotta say Battle Royale mode ahead of a future announcement. And now, well, you can see this stud is having the time of his life. Chaos posted, and I want all of you detectives on the scene, because this could be an old video, but he posted today. And even if this is an old video, I doubt this is an old video. You can see he's firing dopamine, right? Like, free food, everybody, free food by Activision. I doubt this is an old video, but let's say this is an old video. We got Butters. She is a Call of Duty YouTuber as well, and this is what she said. Just saw this message on a plane, so by the looks of it, she is being flown out. But there's a chance that she's being flown out for something else other than Call of Duty. I doubt it. I really think this is about Call of Duty, because this article is going very well with it. And in the Call of Duty scene, there is silence. Like, no Call of Duty YouTuber, like the bigger Call of Duty YouTubers who you would expect to be at the event, they're not really talking that much. By the looks of it, they are there. And Hankers, this stud muffin, was like, German Call of Duty YouTubers flying out too. And Gustav, I don't know about this guy, because obviously he's a German and I don't speak German or Dutch. He's a big YouTuber, I believe 260,000 subscribers. This is what he says. I can't think of anything specifically to say. I almost do not know. When he was asked about the fact that, do you happen to fly with Aimbrot and Fantu? I'm not sure who those guys are, but this is what he originally said. This is his main tweet. I'm on my way to the airport at 2 p.m. A really funny video will come, you know, in the meantime. And he's a Call of Duty YouTuber as well. So a lot of Call of Duty YouTubers are being flown out. And here's what I can say from personal experience, because I was flown out by Activision during the launch of Modern Warfare. And by the looks of it, they're getting flown out today. They're gonna play it today. Maybe even tomorrow, and then they're gonna fly back home probably, you know, by the end of Friday they're gonna be at home, and on the weekend Activision don't work. So I would say starting Monday we can expect something, maybe a teaser trailer from Call of Duty, and maybe on Tuesday we can get like a full-blown Call of Duty trailer, and maybe by Friday next week, or maybe even on Tuesday, we can expect to see gameplay from YouTubers who are getting flown out. And Infinity Ward also released a small in-game update for Modern Warfare today, and Aqua was like, Thank God they removed color names. It was so hard to tell who my teammates were. And I mean, I started playing Modern Warfare again. So I was like, that was a glitch, but apparently it was not a glitch. Or maybe it was a glitch, right? Because they fixed it. And these are all the fixes. This is the update. It's not like content worthy, but they fixed some of the bugs and the issues. You know, another minor update. I hope Battle Royale teaser next week, and then gameplay, and then I hope it releases soon. Let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe for more, and as always, double check your doors, keep your dogs in, check out some other videos on the screen, and do not eat food like that. Not good. And I'll see you in the next one. Stud Muffin out.